Initially, before I came in here, I had an attitude like it's not for me, and it's kind of, I was ignorant to the subject. And as we going along, things are popping up, and it's bringing in more and more awareness and ideas of how important this could be.
Yes, because I think once you leave school or college or university and you kind of don't really you kind of forget all the sciencey bits of it, I think these sort of sessions kind of keep it important because unless you read it in the magazine or you read it in a newspaper, I don't think people are very aware exactly what's happening in science, how it impacts us. Do you know what I mean? Everyone thinks that science is more for the scientists or the school kids or whatever, but this sort, especially with this, like what he was saying with the medicines or whatever, I think that kind of impacts all of us, and I think everyone should be made aware of that, definitely.
Yeah, very much so. Both in terms of informing the public about the science itself and some of the wider implications, but just as importantly about giving them the opportunity to listen to understand public concerns, and to join into a debate. I mean, a lot of the issues we're talking about, whilst they're about science, they're not technical questions themselves. They're moral questions, they're social questions, they're ethical questions. So the key thing is that they can join in on that and reflect upon what's come out, both on the day, but hopefully in their own work back at the lab bench.
Yes, definitely. I think I do talk about this to my family. The last two sessions, have been really good enough and very knowledgeable for me. And whatever I learned from these sessions, I expressed. I discussed it with my spouse, with my children, and I think they were quite happy to know, and they are quite eager to know what's going to happen today. So I think I'm all set, all braced myself to discuss whatever is going to happen today with my spouse back home. Yeah, definitely, because they're also a member of the society and they feel concerned too. Yeah.
I think I would like policymakers to take seriously the idea that if they're going to have this kind of discussion, then they need to respect the views expressed. And finding a way of building in the public interest as one of the many interests that are going to drive decision making in science and technology, I think is a really interesting political challenge. And it remains to be seen how our politicians will learn to do that and what effects it will have for policy making in the longer term.